Good morning. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com. Welcome to my pre-market game plan for the major future indices, gold and oil for Friday, December 9th. It is 9:10 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to start with YM. And as you can see here, we're trading a new contract. The rollover has happened and has happened last night. And we're trading into a brand new contract right now, starting today. Overnight activity was rather sideways, but there is one thing that you need to notice. Our prior area of support, it's still intact, 19,550. This is going to be our support area moving forward. Although we have an extreme move to the upside, we're still not considering shorting at this point. And because we have a strong level of support in the 19,550 area, we will look to buy pullbacks. We will continue to buy pullbacks. So far, we're going to open relatively neutral, and we're going to open most probably into this whole number at 19,600. So we are in a range. We have been trading overnight in a range of about 50 points. If we break above this area of 19,600, obviously we have room to continue higher into the 665, which is the prior high that was recorded yesterday into 1 o'clock. So this is the game plan. Remember, no shorting, at least for me, no shorting into this area. We're holding on very, very strong. As you can see, we're trying to push higher. We're relatively neutral at this point, but if the price breaks above 600, we might have a continuation higher. Be very careful because it's Friday. So Friday is usually a much slower day than usual. Continuing with ES. ES has the same strength, and we are obviously trading a new contract, like I've mentioned before, in all our indices. Level of support is just like yesterday. We're keeping the same parameters, and the pullback was buyable at 2240 area. Right now, we have room to continue higher into this prior high of 2250, 2251, with further projections into 2255, which is pretty big continuation higher. Any pullback into the 2243 area will be considered buyable, and even pullbacks into the 2240 area. No shorting at this point, for me at least, in ES. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ is trading very strongly, and for the last, let's say, 5 to 7 trading session, it has played catch up with all the other indices, and right now is at the top of the range. It has very little to challenge this yearly high of 4919.50 that was established back on October 25th. And right now we're hovering into a very solid area that is 4880 area. It's actually right now, it is actually trading right here, right at this moment, into this prior area of resistance. I'm going to show you the daily chart to show you exactly what I'm looking at. So it's trading right into this cluster right here. Once we erase this cluster, and if price proves to remain strong, which it has, then there's no doubt that we are going to go higher into the 4900 and 4920 area, this prior high right here. Further projections, like I said, very close into look for a 4890, because that is the critical area as well. Then look for 4900, and the next target is going to be into 4925, so a little above this prior resistance area. Obviously no shorting, like I've mentioned in NQ. Let's move to CL right now, and I'm seeing some activity going on in gold and silver. Like I've mentioned yesterday, before the open, we were witnessing a change of trend in CL, and it looks very good to the upside. It was actually looking for a swing, and the swing portion was over 51. Like I have mentioned, this was the area of confirmation. It was 51 by 49.58. So right now we're trading into this last cluster between 51 and 51.50. Now, any pullback that you may have into this area is considered buyable with a projected target, further target into $52 and $52.25, $52.50. So these are the targets for CL. Once again, no shorting in CL. CL has established a confirmed uptrend onto the 1 hour chart, and therefore the price is picking up some steam. So there's no shorting. The movement is supported by the daily chart, also supported by the weekly chart, also supported by the hourly chart. And once again, I want to emphasize the fact that we are witnessing right now a break over this major resistance area at at $52. So over $52, this is going to be a big breakout with targets into $60 and $62. All right, so let's take a look at gold and see what's shaping up in the gold world today. So it's starting to descend. So what we're having here, we're going to bring out the daily chart real quick. All right, so we talked about yesterday. We talked about the 1182 area as being a strong area of resistance. It has been whippy and not one of my best trades so far. So for that reason, I just stayed out of it because it's still into a cluster of support at 1162. 1162 all the way to 1160. It's still uncertain as where the price is going to go. So for this reason, it's becoming a little bit choppy at this point. So I need to wait for more confirmation for a break of 60 and then a comeback in order to to try to establish some kind of entry. What I'm looking right now is a chart of dollar. I'm going to bring this one to the mix right here, and I have the daily chart here, which is trading into this cluster highs right here at over 101.50. And it's looking very bullish onto the minor time frame. So going back to an hourly chart, I just want to show you a big jump that we had overnight, and this happened at 5 a.m. Eastern time with an erase of this resistance area right here. So this is going to be very interesting right here, the 101.50 area, because if we break above 101.50 area, then we can have a continuation higher into 75, and we're going to attempt to race into 102. So far for the day trading portion of DX, and I'm looking at a smaller time frame, any break of 101.55 will be considered a good buy, and the stop will have to be below a 101.45. 101.45 with a wiggle room most probably below 101.42. So give it a little bit of room, but it's really tightening. We're going to bring a smaller time frame here. It's really tightening, and it really wants to break out. You could see the ascending pattern on these candlesticks right here. It's really wanting to burst over this 101.50. All right, this was all for today. Remember that tomorrow we're starting our 7-day power income, day trading, and swing trading class. And we're starting with Saturday and Sunday, full day comprehensive education from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time, followed by 5 days of trading lab where we get to put everything together that we have learned in the 2 days. And also you will get to trade along with me. You will be able to analyze the market like this, the way I analyze the market every single day. And looking at the chart of DX, and it's trying to trigger, guys. So make sure you focus focus right towards the open. All right, so if you want to register, for the class, email me immediately at info@tradeoutloud.com, as we are going to the deadline for subscribing to this class is today at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're interested in the class, remember there are very few seats left. We have very small classes, so we give our undivided attention to each and every single student. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well for more trade ideas, as we're testing. We're in the phase of testing our delivery system via this Twitter feed. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you all have a very profitable trading day, and I will not see you next week. Keep in mind that next week we have a trading lab, so my undivided attention will go to my students. So I'll see you guys here back on December 19th. We will continue though, so follow me on Twitter. We will continue though to post some trades if time permits. So thank you so much for joining today. Hope you all have a very wonderful weekend. And for those of you that signed up for the class or are considering to sign for the class, remember it's the last day where we're going to offering the day trading and the swing trading in the same package. So it's a really good deal. And you're going to have 1 month free of swing trading. The classes are fully recorded, unlimited on-demand viewing, and also unlimited retakes. So thank you so much for joining, guys, and I'll see you on December 19th. Have a good week, guys.